Here's a couple more funny ones. A$AP Rocky, Don't Be Dumb. I guess we're done before assuming that this album is gonna be actually coming out.
I do it for the love first, peep the intentions, man. I spit game, but you never learn no lessons, man.
God damn, we back at it. And it's 2025. God damn, it feels good to say that, man. It's fucking Wednesday, January the 8th. We wanted to record this video all goddamn year long. I've been sick all of this year. It's been a rough start. I've been drinking orange juice like it's water the past week or so. But yeah, y'all, it's 2025. Y'all want to be one of the very last people to wish you a happy new year. God damn, it's been too goddamn long. But it's that time of the year. It's that time of the year we look on into 2025 as we look past of 2024 and we look at some of our most anticipated albums to come out this year. We got a lot. God damn. Just looking back, 2024 was probably the closest year in which we got in which 2016 was absolutely. Remember 2016? How much is an insane year? I probably said this many times in my videos throughout the years I've been covering on YouTube now, which is this year. I think it's going to be my 6th. 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, my 7th. This is going to be my 7th year of doing YouTube now. Absolutely insane. Time and time again, I always said 2016 is probably the greatest year since I've been alive. I've been alive since 1997. So I think 2024 is definitely the closest to the year that we got in 2016. But now in 2025, we're out the gate. It's always already looking interesting. January 2025, usually January is one of the slowest parts of the year, but throughout the year we get some anticipated albums with that. We're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about the rest of the albums that and the artists that we didn't get music from last year that we anticipated to get last year but didn't get. So we're gonna talk all about that and our most anticipated albums of 2025. Absolutely insane year. We're in the Black Ops 2 era. I've been saying the last couple of videos now. We're in 2025. We're in the Black Ops 2 era. I don't know if you can see the poster that's back behind my monitors right there. Yeah, right there. We're in 2025, y'all. We're in the Black Ops 2 era. We're in the Black Ops 2 era. So that's how we're doing the most anticipated albums. So I'm going to just show y'all real quick here on NFR here. Shout out to NFR podcast. Hope you wish y'all much success in 2025. They got the list of the most anticipated albums of January 2025. So we're at the gate. We're just going to look at some of the albums that's coming out in 2025 in January so far that we look on forward to the rest of the year. So already, this is January 8th. On this list, we got Lil Baby Wham that came out this past Friday. Is already anticipated to be to do I think over 100K, at least 125 or so, somewhere around there. And people are already like, how's this shit doing 125? Because the album is okay. Most Lil Baby albums, 9 out of 10 times of that track is going to sound like a Lil Baby track. It sounds redundant after a while. Thank God the album is only 15 tracks long. Thank God we didn't get another 20, 25 album track album from Lil Baby. It was only 15 tracks. So shout out to whoever made that decision to make the album 15 tracks. Shout out to you. You did your job there. Just that the rest of the album just sounded like a regular old Lil Baby track that's going on forever. But outside of that, Mac Miller, Balloonism, the track list just came out, I believe, yesterday or the day before. It's coming out January 17th, so a week from this coming Friday. Some other albums we get is Playboy Cardi music. We'll see what that happens. The Weeknd's Hurry Up Tomorrow, which I think is coming out the last week of January, that last Friday, whatever that last Friday of January is. I believe January 25th or somewhere around there. That's when the albums come out. Juice WRLD, The Party Never Ends, the deluxe version is going to be coming out. Central C, his new album, Can't Rush, this is going to be his first studio album coming out. We got Bad Bunny, FKA Twigs. We got Saba and No Idea. Look through the collection of songs that they released throughout the last year. Bodie James released an album every other month, so we're going to give plenty of Bodie James in 2025. Lil Durk, Deep Thoughts, obviously got postponed because that man got arrested, so all the funds from this track were going on to his court case. So it'll be ongoing all of this year. And then as you can see, there's a plethora of other albums that's will be coming out the entire this month. So that's just already out the gate what we're getting in January. But then what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to my list that's for 2025. I'm gonna go over some albums that we already got announced this year. So what I'm gonna do is switch over to that. So this is can I zoom into this? I don't think I can zoom into this. Hold on, let me break this down. No, don't make it full screen. That's even making it even worse. Let's just do this. most anticipated albums of 2025. As you can see, this is the album. This is the list. We're going to through what we got somewhat announced. So this is just like projects that we got somewhat announced, the titles of them, so to speak, and then after that we'll go on to some random ones that we might get, and then some just rapid fire spit out ball names that we might get. So out the gate, Clips, Pusha T, Malice supposed to be coming out with an album in the coming months or so. It doesn't have like a specific date or so, but Pusha T pretty much said that the album is pretty much done. I guess they mixing and mastering. It's probably coming out with the vinyls and the tour dates and stuff like that. So I guess that's gonna be finishing up, and of course in the last coming months. Clips, obviously Pusha T and Malice came up together during the early 2000s. Also for Pharrell Williams, the classic tracks that they made together. So maybe we get more of that in 2025. It means we seen the track that they did together on Pusha T albums. I Pray For You, absolutely insane. I was listening to that track the other day. Big of a track. So having them come together, it's gonna be absolutely insane. Next up, JID. This motherfucking JID. He hasn't released the album since 2022. Forever Story, absolute solid album. People say that's the last classic we got in hip hop, which I tend to agree. Plus we get the sequel to that, which will makes it a trilogy. The Forever, the Never Story, the Forever Story, and then a Forever in the Day is supposed to complete the trilogy for that. It's kind of like a loose thing that's been out there ever since the Forever Stories came out. He hasn't really announced the official date or release if it's actually coming out, so to speak. And then as well as that, the JID and Metro Boomin album, which has been anticipated for pretty much the last 3-4 years now, we still don't have an official release date. Both JID and Metro Boomin constantly tweet out whenever people constantly tweet out to them and ask them about them. They say, yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it. We was together this weekend. We're working on it. It remains to be seen. So Forever a Day and the Metro Boomin collab album from JID is going to come out maybe this year. It remains to be seen. There's also another funny thing that this man tweeted out in the beginning of 2024. He said music all of 2024, and that man released 2 singles and maybe 5 to 10 features, which is 5 to 10 features. It's a lot for any artist, but for JID, that man really does at least a good 20 feature tracks. So it was a story. Maybe he's been cooking for us. It means been cooking for us. That means we see. I guess we'll find out if we actually get albums in 2025. Here's a couple more funny ones. A$AP Rocky, Don't Be Dumb. I guess we're done before assuming that this album is gonna be actually coming out. God damn. We thought this shit was gonna come out in August of 2024. Didn't happen. Got postponed to the fall 2024. Didn't happen. And now it's pushed into 2025. So we all losing hope at this point if A$AP Rocky is coming out with an album, the Don't Be Dumb album, because at this point, this shit ain't happening. This shit ain't happening, y'all. Next up, Lil Wayne. This is another album that's been anticipated for years. The Carter 6, which is the Carter series, obviously the legendary series from the great Lil Wayne. We still don't have any official dates or release for this. We got the Fix 46 that came out in 2023. That was like a mixtape that was supposed to hold us up for the album, but it's been over a year now since that project came out. So who remains to be seen. We're actually getting the Carter 6. Once again, it's just one of those albums that we know the album's coming. We just don't know when. Moved on, Kanye West, Bully, which is the title of the album as of right now. Obviously, Kanye West. That album can very well change in titles, go different iterations, different cover arts. May say be having an anticipated date, then get pushed back. Anticipated date gets pushed back once again. Pretty much, A$AP Rocky is taking a playbook out of Kanye West at this point, because he's gonna say this album's coming out sometime soon. That album may not come out another year or so. So the Bully album, he came out with merch. There's merchandise websites that's come out the last few weeks now. So there's something. It's a start. But obviously Kanye West, we never truly know when the album's coming out. Sometimes at this point, we just gotta wake up. The album just drops. We go on our streaming DSPs, but it's actually there for once. It's actually there. Next up, Russ from Out of Nowhere has released that his next album is going to be called Wild, which I presume is how you pronounce that. Just the exclamation point replaces the I in Wild. It remains to be seen what the album was about. His recent album was Santiago in 2023. I hope and pray to God it was going to be Chomp 3, because I absolutely love the Chomp series from Russ, but the next album is going to be Wild. I'm guessing just from the music he released now, I'm guessing it's going to be somewhat of an attenuation of Santiago. and so to speak, more as an introspective album. But I'm assuming it's gonna be a lot of melodics on there. Still gonna be a lot of bars in there. So it's probably gonna be like a return to form for Russ, and which is not more conceptual, just more a mixture of Russ that we gotten all to know from the years. So I'm guessing it's probably gonna be a mixture of all the music he's released for the last couple of years now. It's like melodics, thoughtful bars, just a whole collection of everything instead of being more conceptual that Santiago was, or more just bars, raps heavy, classic producers that the Chomp series has been. So that's what I anticipated from Russ. So those are the ones that the albums that I'm anticipated that we somewhat got announced. We just don't have a specific date for them yet. We also obviously in the beginning of the video talked about the albums that's coming out in January of this year so far. Next we're going on to some albums from artists that we haven't heard from in a while. Drake, out the gate, of course. Drake, his back and forth with Kendrick of last year is something to be memorable for the rest of history. We didn't hear an album from him. We got Kendrick Lamar GNX album obviously towards the end of last year, but it was gonna be interesting to see how Drake returns to form. Obviously, he released 100 gigs, like I guess 2 different versions of it, so a total of like 5 to 8 songs they gave us outside of the obviously the back and forth he had with Kendrick Lamar. So it makes me interested to see what he does in 2025 with the album. One thing I did forget to mention is that Drake and Party Next Door plan on releasing a collab album, and it remains to be seen exactly when it's coming out. It seems like every time Drake someone announces it or teases it a little bit more, he says it's close to the finishing, he's almost done, it's close to the finishing, etc., etc. So we'll get that maybe sometime this coming, maybe winter heading into spring. It's still sad boy season, still cold winter season, so maybe we get it sometime in the coming months. And then probably afterwards we might just go ahead and get a full-fledged Drake album. We can still get 2 Drake's albums. We got 2 Drake's albums in the last 2 years, in the previous years in 2022 and then in 2023. So maybe we get that the same thing in 2025. At least we get this Party Next Door collab album and then a solo Drake album. But it remains to be seen what we have in store for Drake this year. Obviously with Drake, we're gonna get similar to Russ. We're gonna get a lot of melodics, some bars, maybe some references, some subliminals to Kendrick Lamar and everyone else. I believe the track got leaked. Friday Irish Freestyle. Still haven't really listened to that. Heard some subliminals to SZA and Kendrick Lamar. I haven't listened to it, so I don't know. When that song came out, I was deep in my sickness, down in orange juice. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what Drake does in 2025 in terms of album release, because it's been a couple years since he released For All the Dogs back in 2023. Moving on. Speaking of rap beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, the fall off, maybe so. Who knows? Maybe seen. Obviously, they might delete it out last year. If J. Cole releases the album, it's probably gonna be every other year, so we might not get the fall off this year. But this man's been hyping it up for the better part of like damn near at least half a decade. Yeah, pretty much half a decade at this point. This man has been teasing the fall off, so maybe we get it this year. Based on J. Cole's release patterns, probably not, but he knows. He might be surprised with the fall off. That would be absolutely insane, because he's been teasing this thing, saying how much crazy it's going to be. It's going to be like Jay-Z releasing Reasonable Doubt last, so I don't know. Let me take this orange juice, I'm getting thirsty.
Losing his mind.
All right, Jack Harlow released Tranquility towards the end of last year. He also put that track out today. I'm recording January 8th. He put the track on DSPs. Jack Harlow's been a couple years. Jackman came out in April of 2023. So it's been a couple years since we got an album from Jack Harlow. Gonna be interesting to see what direction he goes. Hopefully, like I mentioned, if you've seen my Tranquility reaction, hopefully he returns to form in which he releases some of his like original mixtape albums, so there's more thoughtful and introspective, less of mainstream tracks that we've released the last couple of years. So hopefully it's more of like a Jackman album, or album in which he returns to more of his original style, original flows. It's return to form. Jackman was returning to form. Hopefully continue that on with some of the music that Jack Harlow is releasing. Less of Hello Miss Johnson, less of the mainstream poppy bullshit. Just give me the return to form Jack Harlow, which he's rapping that spiritual miracle lyrical with that introspection. Next up, Baby Keem is coming up on 4 years now, so it's been over 3 years since we got the Melodic Blue back in September of 2021, I believe. So hardly ever we get plenty of features from the man. We hardly get any singles from. I don't know. Have anyone noticed that we got any singles from Baby Keem? We definitely gotten plethora of features over the course of the last few years. No announcement, no albums, no anticipation in the albums. So it remains to be seen what we get from a Baby Keem album in 2025 and which direction he might go with this. It's going to be very interesting to see. But like I said, we got plethora of features, so maybe something out of that. But we got no hints when it comes to the Baby Keem album. Next up, Chance the Rapper, maybe, because it's been so goddamn long since we got that Chance the Rap album. He's been anticipating the album for the last couple years now. Obviously, the last one being the Big Day and how everyone's shitting on the man. But it remains to be seen what his album is when it's gonna come out, if it ever comes out, what it's gonna be called, the direction, so to, and et cetera, et cetera. He's released plenty of singles, plenty of loose leaves, plenty of like poems, spoken word, freestyles, etc., of course, in the last few years. They give us hints of like returning to form that we've known from Chance the Rapper during the early to mid 2010s. But it remains to be seen what exactly the album is going to be like. But if it's anything like some of the singles he's released in the last few years now, it should be good again. So that's some of the albums I want outside of like that's been somewhat announced. Now I'm gonna just go off some rapid fires, just throw some things at the wall. Travis Scott, obviously, he said he's been working on music, and it seems like he might release an album this year. Obviously, we got wow, I'm forgetting the title of the album. Astroworld, obviously, we got in 2018. What did we get in 2013? No, 2023. I'm forgetting the title of the album. What the hell is the title of the album? I don't know why. I gotta do this real quick. I'm forgetting the title of the album they released in 2023. It is escaping my mind. I don't know how. Utopia. There we go. Goddamn. Shit absolutely escaped my mind. So Utopia we got in 2023. It remains to be seen what the next album is gonna be called, unless y'all know what the album is gonna be called. I don't know. It remains to be seen if it actually comes out in 2025. Obviously, it's been gonna be coming up on 2 years since released the Utopia, but who knows? John Bellion is officially announced last year that he's fully independent. He's going to release his own single music again. Has been releasing. He's been writing, producing for a plethora of pop stars over the course of the last few years, collecting his bag of his own. But he said now he's returning to form in which he's going to release his own music, which I'm highly, highly excited about because we haven't gotten a solo album from John Bellion since 2018, which is the Glory Sound Prep. Very much so, we miss John Bellion. And ever since since Glory Sound Prep, he's only released 3 singles. Crop Circles in 2019, 2021 was a track with Burna Boy, and then last year he released a track I'm forgetting the title of that. It came out like a week or two after he announced that he's coming back to his own music. So John Bellion, this is good music for him. He's actually even seen my video of him saying how much I wanted that John Bellion music from him. John Bellion, if you're watching this, I need an album from you. You and yourself alone, your voice. I need you to rap it again. I need you to sing it again. It's been too long, John Bellion. It's been too long, homie. It's been too long.
Alan, what do you think?
New John. Shout out to John Bellion, because yeah, definitely need music from him. Lil Nas X, like Baby Keem, hasn't released the album in 4 years. He released a few songs here and there that just blew by the water because I guess everyone doesn't like Lil Nas X anymore, or people just fall off the face of the earth of want to listen to new music from him. Obviously, the fiascos he goes through and the marketing that he has is absolutely insane. But in terms of the album, who knows? Maybe Lil Nas X, and why not? At the very end, why not Frank Ocean? Why not have some fun at the store with Frank Ocean? Because maybe Frank Ocean will come back with some music. Has it been Blonde? Yeah, Blonde came out. What did Blonde come out in 2015? Blonde came out in 2015, 2016, one of those years. So it's been 10 years since released the album. So maybe Frank Ocean. Who knows? This is rapid fire. I'm just throwing shit at the wall. And that's my most anticipated albums of 2025. Definitely comment down below. What do you think about my list of the most anticipated albums of 2025? I can show y'all again right here. My most anticipated albums of 2025. Definitely comment down below what your list might look like. Yeah, it's just gonna be interesting to see what 2025 has in store for us. As 2024, once again, it was like pretty much 2016 all over again, with just fire music after fire music, back to back to back, week after week, from beginning to absolutely goddamn end. Rap beefs, call people sorry, pedophile. Just 2024 was something special. And 2025 is looking like greatness, pure greatness once again. So definitely comment below what your list is looking like, what you think about my list. Just leave all the comments down below. And so, if you like the video, please like the video. I got more content like this all coming all along in 2025. So please subscribe. And man, I'm hoping for big things for this year. Hoping for big things for this year for myself. Hoping for big things for you guys as well. Hoping for big things for the music world because it's gonna be fun. I don't know if we're gonna have as good as the year that we had in 2024, but 2025 is already looking promising. And until then, in the next video, I'll see y'all. Peace.